Have you ever wondered to yourself what it might be like to be a full-time wedding singer? Maybe you can play an instrument and you can sing, you've got a decent repertoire of songs, and you fancy giving weddings a go, but you're saying to yourself, what songs do I sing? How much do I do? How much do I charge? How's the day even structured? Well, stick around because I'm a 15-year veteran of the wedding industry, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips for becoming a professional wedding singer. My name's Steve, I'm a wedding singer based in Yorkshire, and I've been doing this for a very, very long time. So let's get into it. Now, there are all different types of wedding singer. Some people use backing tracks and sing swing. Some people are in bands. Some people are solo, play guitar. Some people are duo, have somebody play an instrument for them. The first thing you've got to do is figure out what it is that you actually do. One of the biggest lessons I learned when I first went into wedding singer is that you have to niche down and do what you're really good at, rather than trying to be all things to all people. When I started singing at weddings and events back in 2011, I did absolutely everything. I was a swing singer with backing tracks. I was a rock and pop singer with backing tracks. I played the guitar to backing tracks. But doing all those things was actually really good for me because it helped me to decide what I actually wanted to do. And after 3 years, I really niched down and focused on being a rock and indie wedding guitarist. And over time, I added a loop pedal to my repertoire. So the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, what am I actually going to offer? Then you need to go after that thing aggressively. All of the marketing that you put out there has got to point towards you being that thing. Your photographs, your videos, your song choices. So once you've decided what you want to be, you need to decide on what your repertoire is. A good starting point is to have two 45-minute sets of music. At around about 3 or 4 minutes per song, you're going to need about 25 songs. Get to know those songs extremely well by rehearsing them until you know them back to front. The next thing you're going to need to do is get to know weddings. Now, weddings are nothing like pub gigs or restaurant gigs. They're completely different. You need to get to know weddings intimately. They demand not only your knowledge of the music, but the knowledge of how a wedding day works. The best thing somebody who's starting out can do is, if you're a guest at a wedding, watch how the timings work. What time does everything happen, and where's the most appropriate place for you to offer your entertainment? Note those things down and think about whether you want to offer music at that point. The other thing you've got to decide is, where in the day am I going to offer my musical services? Weddings are very long days. You can have music in the afternoon or the evening. Are you a person who wants to entertain people in the evening and get everyone up and dancing? Or are you somebody who'd rather do some stuff in the background? If you know the answer to that question, it will help you shape your offer as to whether you're going to sing in the afternoon or the evening or even both. The next piece of advice is really key. Get pro equipment. Don't grab a speaker from just anywhere. Get online and do your research. Often, if you're a wedding singer who's solo, you have to carry all of that equipment and set it up yourself as well. So look for high-end systems that are going to be able to handle the number of people that are at the wedding and are not going to be too onerous for you to carry and set up. And make sure that they can fit in your vehicle. I highly recommend getting to know the tech yourself. Try not to rely on other people to tell you how to do it. There are lots of great tutorials on YouTube and all over the internet showing you how to set up a basic system for a guitarist or a solo singer. If you know how to use the tech yourself, you'll be able to deal with any problems that you run into. Once you've got yourself a sound system, take it to an area where you won't be disturbed and learn it to the same degree that you learn your songs. Because trust me, there's nothing worse than a tech failure at weddings. The science of being a sound technician is vast, but the information that you need to know to be able to be a solo wedding singer isn't actually that much. And there are many systems out there that are tailored towards simple setups so that anybody can operate them. So top tip, rehearse your tech as much as you rehearse your music. The next tip is to look for wedding fairs in your local area. This is where you're going to meet couples who want music at their wedding. You pay to exhibit at these wedding fairs, and then you speak to couples and make your offer to them. Now, bear in mind, if you start booking weddings in, they're going to be a year to a year and a half in advance. So you've got to make sure that you've got your diary clear for their wedding in the future. The wheels of the wedding industry turn very, very slowly. Currently, my furthest booking is 2.5 years away from the date of making this video. You have to make sure that you're ready to fulfill that date, even if it is 2.5 years in advance. Or make a decision that you won't open your diary until a particular point in the year. The only issue with doing that is that a lot of couples want to feel secure and they want to get their wedding singer booked. So, if you don't open your diary, people might go and book somebody else whose diary is open. The next tip is get an online presence. Websites are easy to build these days. Register a domain in the name that you want to be known as, And you can use a website builder like Wix or Squarespace to build a page where you can put your offer. Right now, a lot of people are relying on searching social media for their wedding singers. While that is the way that the internet is going, it's still very important that you have a website. It's your shop front, it's where you display your best work. The final tip is media. Photos, video, audio. Make these as high quality as you can. Mobile phone clips are fantastic for social media. They feel more down to earth, but use them sparingly on your website. As I said before, it's your shop front, so you want to put your best stuff up on there. Get professional video, either yourself or by hiring somebody in, and make sure you have professional level audio samples of you singing. These days, equipment isn't that expensive, and again, like with the live equipment, get to know it and record yourself properly. These are my starter tips for people who are wanting to be a wedding singer. I hope that this has been useful. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when I get a new video. See you soon.